All right, real quick, talking F1 round 4 at Italy. Going to be a quick video. I'm out of town in case you haven't been watching my NASCAR stuff, so we got to get this your way pretty quick. Very interesting type of week here at Italy between the weather, between the F1 sprint that happened today. We had a lot of things really, I think, change the course of who's playable and who isn't playable. So clearly, the porpoising issues are just amplified at this track. So, for example, like, excuse me, like Williams, Mercedes. I mean, look, Mercedes, they've talked about it left and right that they've been having porpoising issues, and you can see that if you watch the practices, if you watch qualifying, excuse me, you can see that Russell and Hamilton are dealing with absolutely massive porpoising, like to where it isn't even controllable. Ferrari's dealt with it here and there. That is what ended up causing Sainz to spin out in qualifying. Um, However, I still think it's going to be between Red Bull and Ferrari. Like, I understand, like, each and every week, I'm like, you need to either captain Max Verstappen or you need to captain Charles Leclerc. Well, that's just the situation it is. And yes, I know. Trust me, I know Max Verstappen's not been finishing these races. I understand that. Okay. But I still like Verstappen here. He qualified on the pole before the rain hit, and we might see weather tomorrow. There is a chance. Right now, it's very up in the air if they're going to get weather or not. Um, I'm fine with Max in either situation. I really do like that Max actually did happen to start on the pole today and got to see how poor that starting line is going to be, so he can at least get ready for that. That's the whole reason why Leclerc was able to lead the start of the sprint is because Max Verstappen had a terrible start, and then they had the yellow right off the back when what's his name? I just went blank. Um, when Zhao wrecked, when he and I forgot who else made contact. Anyway, they wrecked. Um, in terms of captaining position, I'm with the good old Max Verstappen or Charles Leclerc type of lineup. I'll probably be doing 4 lineups. I'll probably have 3 with Max Verstappen, 1 with Charles Leclerc. When we're looking at plays in terms of constructors, I think Red Bull has a fantastic either or Red Bull or Ferrari. I think both of them have a fantastic chance of having 2 cars finish on the podium, and it's going to be between those 2 guys. So you're going to have Verstappen and Leclerc fighting for the lead, and you're going to have Perez and Sainz, or and and Carlos fighting for 3rd position. Um, that's where I'm at. Like I'm focusing on getting those types of lineups done. Okay. Certainly, if I'm playing Leclerc in my line, which I might just do 2 of each, 2 with Verstappen in the captain, 2 with Leclerc in the captain, whoever I captain, I'm going to also play the constructor. In terms of where you want to go for cheap, the fact that we had the sprint today shows us where I think a lot of these cars are going to end up running, where a lot of these teams are. This is a track that is very difficult to pass on. Really, the biggest hindrance is the starting is right off the bat in the start when they're going through those very tight S's. Like that's about the only situation where I can see guys losing positions or gaining positions that they shouldn't necessarily have. But I think even over the long run, we saw it in the sprint. We were able, which is why I'm glad that we actually did have the sprint because we were able to see everybody in race trim. We were able to see how everybody was running. I think there's a really high chance that Norris and Ricardo stay inside the top 8. I think there's a chance that both Magnussen and Schumacher stay inside the top 8 because I don't think George Russell, I don't think Mercedes is going to have it for him. I don't think um, Alpine is going to have it. Okay, so when I'm looking in terms of value, I'm really considering just building my line, playing guys that are starting inside the top 10 and building lines where they stay in the top 10. I I really don't see guys who didn't perform well in practice, who didn't qualify well, despite the fact it was basically rained out. If you didn't put a lap down earlier in the session, you were kind of screwed. And just not showing the speed in the sprint. Like I don't think we're going to have a lot of guys go from the back half of the field up into the points. I don't think we're going to necessarily see guys that start in the points fall out of the points. And so, personally, for me, I'm building my line, leaning a lot on just where the guys are starting. I truly believe that. Um, so with me, I'm not playing Mercedes. I'm not playing these guys in the back. If you are needing a value play, it's going to be Albon. He's starting 18th. He should beat his teammate. He should easily beat Latifi. But I'm very much interested in trying to get the mid tier drivers in the top 10. That's where I want to go. That's my quick little video. My projections are up on Patreon. Pearce will be updating his, and you can have the sheets. And hey, if you want the lap by lap data of the practice sessions, of the sprint, of everything, it's all there. Easy for you to check out, easy for you to read. If you just want all your information in one location, hey, there you go. Thank you for watching, and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Not have a good weekend. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.